What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at what would happen if Ripple was to win the lawsuit and how exactly would the price be affected. Would it soar to the upside, going to all-time highs, if not higher? Or would we see it crash from people buying the rumor and selling the news, making the price worth less than 10 cents a piece? If you want these questions answered, then definitely make sure to stick around to the end of the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. And let's jump into today's episode. Alright guys, so I think it's worth noting that there are definitely differences in this one specific SEC case than others. What I mean by that is that there are actually three separate defendants. First you have Ripple the company, and then you have two directors, Chris Larsen and Brad Garlinghouse. So the accusations against Ripple and the accusations against Chris and Brad are vastly different, and more than likely the end result of the hearing will have different results for Ripple and for the two directors. So if we leave the charges against Brad and Chris aside and just focus solely on Ripple, to answer the title of this video, a win for Ripple in this case would definitely be if you smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and for it to get some sort of legal clarity for XRP itself. Other than that, it is a security, which is something that the US DOJ and FinCEN already declared years ago, which is pretty much saying that XRP is a virtual currency. Now, it will be difficult for XRP to be declared a currency in this specific case because the SEC never asked specifically for legal clarity in their lawsuit. So if the judge of this case determines Ripple innocent of any securities violations, then it would be safe to say that XRP would not in any way be considered a security. Now, if that is what actually happens and the court finds Ripple innocent, then we should expect two things to happen. The first being obviously the price of XRP going up purely based on buying the rumor and selling the news and the speculation of retail markets overall, and we can just average that maybe the price of XRP goes up somewhere near all-time highs, if not breaking through all-time highs. I mean, let's just say if we consider the fact that Bitcoin's previous all-time high was about $20,000, and we are now seeing it closer to $60,000, which is about 3 times what it once was. And if we just apply this to XRP, we could easily see XRP going somewhere closer to $12. And that's just my opinion, considering I would think XRP is somewhat being suppressed by this market, since it was delisted on most of the major cryptocurrency exchanges. Now, the second thing we have to look at is the institutions like banks will likely see this as a go-ahead to start actually using XRP through the XRP ledger. We would really see the benefits of XRP to these organizations as a significant win as well. Banks will probably stop using SWIFT for international wire transfers and start using XRP, or at least add it on as another payment gateway, which is interesting because a lack of legal clarity with using XRP has pretty much been the main reason why institutions have been hesitant to use Ripple to begin with and in the first place. So ultimately, if the judge finds Ripple innocent, it will very well start a spark to what could be a virtual revolution, causing institutional adoption for big banks, and therefore another bull run within the XRP token. So we could see really a significant increase in price of XRP. And as of right now, we really haven't seen many bull runs with a significant reason as to why they would happen. But this could be the start of the first, as most of the times it's usually just correlation and causation. But in this case, it would very well could be, that correlation is causation. And obviously, this would have some sort of chain reaction with other cryptocurrencies that have a legitimate utility like XRP. And it would be almost impossible for me to say how high some of these altcoins could go, but it definitely could go wild. It would also be pretty interesting to see how the government would react to seeing this bull run within XRP and other utility cryptos. And I mean the way the SEC would look at it, as they might want to force other government regulations on some other well-known cryptocurrencies like Ethereum or Bitcoin, for example. And we all know what would happen to those cryptos if they did. They would probably reference the XRP SEC case if they won and get the ruling tossed. So it would ultimately be a bigger hassle for some of these altcoins, and maybe the small ones would have some trouble, but the bigger alts would probably pull through. So as the court case continues, it seems more likely that Ripple is going to win, and it seems like over the past couple months, Ripple's lawyers have been dominating the case with every rebuttal the SEC has. It even appears appears from speculation that the lawsuit was filed by corrupt SEC staff regarding Chairman Clayton, Hinman, and Berger. Their intentions seem more focused to provide as much benefit to Bitcoin and Ethereum as possible while causing as much problems and regulation as they can to what appears to be their biggest threat, XRP and Ripple. It seems more like the court case is all about who can line their pockets more rather than whether it's a security or not, or protecting the public. I also find it ironic that Hinman declared Ethereum and Bitcoin as not a security, which so happened to send the price flying to all-time highs right afterwards. So as of right now, the judge has ordered the SEC to hand over all internal documents and communication regarding Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, and to hand over their reason as to why Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities, but to sue Ripple and its directors instead. Seems like a kind of problem. And here's the funny part. The icing on the cake is that the SEC has refused to hand over these documents so far, despite being ordered twice by the judge, and it's really not a hard guess as to why the SEC doesn't want Ripple's lawyers to get their hands on this material, as it probably will throw out the whole case. Now, there are two judges in this case, and the other judge is pending whether or not Ripple is allowed to use a fair notice defense. Now, for those that don't know what the fair notice defense focuses on, it's basically whether Ripple had reasonable fair notice from the SEC, but whether its sales of XRP were legal sales of securities. And to an extent, I do have a small bit of sympathy for the SEC because it is attempting to enforce laws written by the US courts almost 100 years ago. And who would ever think that virtual currencies would exist, in today's day and era? And we have NFTs now where you can buy virtual, artists and paintings and eggs. I've seen some crazy stuff, even digital pets, for example. So as of right now, most references online show that the judge will allow the defense, and given the SEC provided zero clarity around XRP despite requests from Ripple and the major cryptocurrency exchanges, there's a really big chance that Ripple will come out the hero and win the hearing on this alone. And most people now are speculating that there will be a really big settlement for Ripple immediately after the judge allows this defense. Now, if this actually happens, the SEC can kiss their lawsuit goodbye, and if they eventually lose the case, I'm sure all cryptocurrencies will be referencing this hearing if they are ever in trouble with the SEC, as I mentioned earlier. So given the all-powerful SEC, and as we know, they like to keep their nose in other people's businesses, especially virtual currencies, I doubt they would want to lose this case in court. So there's a good chance they're probably going to settle and pay a big chunk of money to have the case brushed under the rug, and all will go back to normal for Ripple, besides what could potentially be the biggest bull run XRP would have. Now, here's the crazy thing about the whole case. It's basically how retail XRP holders are being targeted now by the SEC. When Ripple's lawyer John Deaton filed an application to intervene in the case on behalf of XRP holders, the SEC appealed the judge to deny the application on the grounds that XRP holders were being adequately represented by Ripple's lawyers already. So what does that actually mean? So pretty much what that means is that the SEC, who has sworn to protect retail investors, are now being represented by the exact people they are suing. So when the judge allowed the intervention, the SEC threatened that they might have no choice but to sue thousands of retail investors that were named on the intervention application. And how ironic is that? With everything mentioned in this video, it appears that the SEC really doesn't care about the securities violation, much less to protect retail investors. So really consider that with our government. And ultimately, it seems that their only real reason for the lawsuit was to ruin Ripple as much as possible to improve their bags of other cryptocurrencies. So if this case does get overruled and XRP wins, I would figure that there would be some substantial bull run within XRP's price since it's been suppressed for so long. And when Ripple does win, they will be the first cryptocurrency in the history of the United States to be legally declared a non-security. Now, all I'm saying to wrap up this video is to just pay attention to the way the price moves within XRP. People will usually tend to buy the rumor and sell the news. So we could see a potential correction and price drop within XRP after seeing speculations shoot the price up to what could be all-time highs. Otherwise, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to drop a comment below letting me know what you think. Otherwise, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.